All right, let's move on to my question number 3. So the last question that I selected here. Do the books/stories explain his potions? He just kind of pulls them out and does stuff with them, and it's never explained in the show. Like, where do they come from? How does he have them? And what do they do? Again, props to this person for sneaking in 4 questions into one. I love it. But no, so the question here is generally about the potions. What the heck are they? Where do they come from? The show didn't explain it. We saw it at the beginning when Geralt, like the very opening scene of the show, where he's got like the veins, his eyes are like totally pitch black, and he's fighting the Kikimora. So the interesting thing about the potions is the books don't really explain them either. So the show is really following suit here. They exist, of course. They're part of Witcher culture, and they're relevant to Geralt and other Witchers doing their jobs, of course. But besides just a few of them, they aren't explained. The book doesn't exactly give us recipes into how to make these potions or where they come from. And we're just supposed to sort of understand that these potions will enhance like a number of abilities for Witchers when they're facing these monsters, make their reflexes faster, make them immune to certain poisons, etc., etc. And they will take a certain potion depending on the fight that they're about to go into. So if you're hunting something that has a certain type of venom, you'll maybe take the anti-venom potion before you go into that fight so you don't get killed. So the potions just assist these Witchers during their hunts. What is interesting is the games took that potion mechanic and actually turned it into a game mechanic, which potions, if you play any sort of RPG or fantasy games, are very much a game mechanic. Health potions, mana potions have been around since the dawn of gaming. And it was kind of interesting that Witcher potions fit right into the Witcher video games. And they really took, CD Projekt Red really took their liberties with this aspect of it, basically because the books don't expand on it at all. And they basically had free reign to do whatever they could with the potions and turn it into a game mechanic. So again, these are game mechanics, and these don't necessarily translate to the books and the shows. And what's interesting is the books sort of forget the potions, and Geralt uses them less and less and less as the books continue forward. And I have a feeling the show will as well.
Yeah, it's something that is much more suitable for an RPG game than for either like a book or a show. Because in a game, you can carry, I don't know, like 10,000 bottles on you somehow.
Right.
And you can take, 17 potions right in the middle of a battle in less than a second. So it's something that you couldn't really do in reality of what a book or show could show. And what I also got out of the potions were he only takes them when it's time to fight a monster, when it's something that he needs to be at his absolute heightened sense. And they're not easy to take. It's not like in a game where you just chug, 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 chug. They did a good job in the show of showing when he drinks them, he's like, oh, God. Like, these are fucking horrible tasting. And I kind of got that out to where they don't necessarily harm him, but this is almost where, yeah, we're going to help you. It's going to help you fight and help you do all that. But it's not like this, magical steroid you inject in your Popeye and you just spring into action. So I don't think that's kind of what I got out of it. But no, a good thing you brought up was after the short stories, I can only think of literally a handful of times he fights a monster. It just really doesn't go from there. Like, you can tell that Sapkowski started these stories as this monster hunter. And then right now, in the show, and by the time you get to Blood of Elves, the actual first novel, if you will, it's very clear that this isn't about monster hunting anymore.
Yeah, totally. And I like that you brought up the potions being painful. I forgot to mention earlier, most Witcher potions are so powerful that they would be lethal to the average human. Like, Witchers can only take them because of their enhanced bodies. Like, they would not be able to survive taking these potions if they were just average humans. I agree that the show did a good job of making them seem like difficult things to take. It's not just cough syrup. Like, it's making your eyes pitch black, your veins are popping. Like, you do this when you need to because you're about to get into a fight with a monster. and you don't want to die.
Hey, so you just listened to a clip from our podcast Lore Party. To listen to the full episode and check out all of our other content, find us on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you so much for listening.